Hi, welcome to another episode of the AI Workflow Lab. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about the Microsoft 365 Copilot app. I feel that in this world of technology and AI, every day there's new features being released, coming out, and it can be overwhelming as an end user to kind of keep on top of things. So I wanted to show you this video where I'm going to be talking to you about the Microsoft 365 Copilot app. The reason why I'm focusing on this app is that there's so many good features there that it can really be that good starting point for you in terms of using AI in your journey, leveraging all the features that it has. Let's get stuck into it right away. I'm going to share my screen and show you what it looks like. So when you get Copilot, well, let me first get to the screen, make sure you can see it. So yes, so this is what it looks like. Obviously, when you go into Copilot, you can access it through the browser, through m365cloud.microsoft. And you can see I'm in the chat feature there. And also there's also a desktop app which you can get, which will just be a little icon, but they're very much similar. This session is based on the browser experience, but there's not much difference between that and if you download the app. So the reason why I would recommend something like the M365 Copilot chat over something like ChatGPT, for example, is just from a security perspective. So you can see if you've got Copilot chat, and you've got the web experience enabled, notice that within your organization, you'll see that enterprise data protection search. So what that means is any searches that you do here are, if you reference any data, any documents, they won't be leaked to the outside world. And the model that is using Copilot, it won't learn against the prompts that you type here. So that icon is very powerful, and it gives you that assurance that your chats and your experiences are protected. Now, of course, if I'm in the web toggle here, what that means, of course, is that any searches that I'm conducting are going out to the World Wide Web. I can still reference a document. I could say, reference this particular add work content. So I can add a document here, type in a prompt, and this document will be referenced, but the majority of the searching will happen on the web. And that's what that difference is between the web and work toggle. If you're in the work toggle, if you click on the work one, then that's just when you're using M365 Copilot and it's working within your organization. You'll also notice that on the bottom here, you'll see Copilot Premium. Again, this is an indicator that you're using the paid for version as opposed to the free version that is a browser experience. So in this particular case, I now have I've toggled onto the work experience, the work toggle. And what this allows me to do is, reference a lot of documents, but it will understand the context of my search. So you can see some of the searches I've done in the past, whether it's trying to draft an email to a colleague or scan the last 48 of my inbox. So these are all things that are within my tenant. So none of these searches would be possible if I was using the browser experience, using the work experience. It's where I'm using Copilot against my organization, searching content within the tenant, something that I have access to, by the way. So that work web toggle is very important. You'll also notice as well, you've got this feature here called Auto. So this is where you can decide what model you want to use when you're leveraging Copilot. You can see there are other GPTs. There's GPT 5.3 for quicker response, think deeper, quick response, or automatically. In this case, you're letting Copilot decide which one it wants. So you can choose different models here. And again, it's just want you to know of these features here when you select Auto. On the left-hand side here, we've got some more features here like library and search. Search is very much overlooked, I must say, but in Copilot Search allows you to find content across your organization. So again, if I do a search, well, you can see a search I did historically, Contoso. What it does here is it pulls down the information. It's got great filters on the right-hand side. I can refine my search by modified, by type, by person, and so it's quite a powerful search experience. The Copilot Search. Other feature here we've got is Create. Now this is where you can create images or create videos. I have got a video, a series where a video, ironically, where I talk about Copilot Create, the image creator. And you can see that's where this is where you do those type of things, or you create images. So you type a prompt and it'll create the type of image. The library is where any images you create will appear here. So if I click onto the image tag here within library, you can see it's going to list all the images I've created in the past. There's also a pages bit, which I'll come to in a second, but you can see these are all the images I've created based on the prompts I've done in the past. Of course, the search experience, the chat is the most powerful, one of the main features that draw people to use Copilot Chat. Now, of course, when you're doing the chat here, again, you can see historically what type of chats I've had in the past. It's also worth noting, if I scroll down here, again, you can see historical chats that I've had will be listed here. One really cool feature I like is the fact that if there's a particular chat that you are going to be using a lot, you can rename it. So this chat is called Contoso Project Executive, but if I want, I can rename it. Let's just give it an acronym, for example, CTP or whatever. But basically now that chat is renamed, and it's something I can always refer to as I use the application or the app. So historical chats will appear here. Other things you can see when you create a chat is you've got some features here, such as copy, if you can copy and paste, editing, schedule a prompt. So if I click on schedule again, I can decide when these prompts want to run. I've got another video that talks about scheduling prompt. And the other thing I like is save a prompt. So if there's a prompt that you use a lot and you really want to reference it again, just click on save a prompt and you give it a name. I'll just leave that as is. And then what happens is it'll be in the prompt gallery. If I click on that link, it'll take me to the prompt gallery, as you can see. But also, another way to get to it, if you went back into the chat experience and you clicked on show more, you will then see these are some of the prompts here. And if I go to prompt gallery, you'll see, and I click on my prompts, or your prompts, I should say, you can see that this is where they appear here. So it's a great way to kind of circle back to any prompts that you really like and you want to use again. Saves you having to struggle trying to find them. So this library, what I wanted to talk to about the library as well is it's another way to save your information. So what I mean by that, if there's a chat that you've ran, I'm just going to go to one here. Let's try that one. Hopefully it will not. Let's go to one that won't take too long. That particular prompt, if I really like this prompt, I've got the option to where is it now? Beg your pardon. It's over here. Yes, over here. So if I like the output of a prompt, I can just click on this icon here and I can click edit in pages. And what that will do, it'll create a page based on the output of that prompt. So this particular prompt was around the Contoso project. You can see there's a lot of placeholders there. It's probably not the best prompt to give you an example for, but you can see how once I go into this page over here, it's created as a page. And if I wanted to do other things, I can create it as a PDF or a Word document, but this prompt will be saved as a page here. And if I go back over here, go into library, go into pages, you can see that that's that page that I just saved now from that prompt. So the library is another good place to circle back to see the outputs of your prompts. So this is actually going to be a part 1 of 2, possibly, because there are a few more things I wanted to show you, but these were the key ones that hopefully will get you excited and will empower you to use the Microsoft Copilot Chat as your starting point, leveraging the features that I spoke to you about over here. I didn't even touch on agents, which I will do on a follow-up video. But yeah, that's all for now. Nothing else to say but like and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video. See you later.